Hi YouTubers, what we are going to do today is we are going to use Cricut's new foil sheets in the Silhouette Cameo. This is a pressure sensitive foil, so what has to happen is you just need a lot of pressure to get it to transfer onto paper. It works a lot different than the Foil Quill. Nothing to heat up. You just need their foil and a couple of special little tools and it'll transfer right over to paper pretty easily. So let me go show you what you need. Alright, so first thing you're going to need is some Cricut Foil. They have big 12 by 12 sheets, and then they have these little 4 by 6 sheets we'll be using today. They come with their own tape for them too, but I haven't had much luck with it. It just seems to tear my paper. And then this is just a little kind of sampler pack of these 4 by 6 sheets with 3 different colors. I'll leave links up to Amazon where you can get all of these. Now, what I've been using to get this transfer is these embossing tools. I bought them years ago for the Curio, but the Silhouette Curio tools were working better, so I just put these in a drawer somewhere. But these are meant for paper embossing. And this is the only thing I've found to transfer the foil onto paper. Cricut has made a special tool, which obviously doesn't fit in the Cameo. So this is what I have been using. They're only about $5 for the set, and you get all of these. Now, I've been using the middle ones and the little ones. There doesn't seem to be a big change in the look of them, but these are the only ones that seem to get to transfer. The bigger tools, for whatever reason, they don't transfer. I'm not sure why. And then this is my Chomas marker holder. I love this thing. We're using my Cameo 2 today, but you can use any of the Cameos will work with this. And then she has a holder for the Cameo 1, 2, and 3, or she has one that's bigger for the 4. Highly recommend this tool. I use it all the time. It's great for markers, pencils, and now embossing tools. These are the 2 embossing tools that Silhouette has, and they're meant for use in the Cameo or the Curio. Meant for use in the Curio. I can never get either one of these to make enough. I don't know. I can never get these to work. I don't know if it's enough pressure. I don't know what's up. But they never seem to work on the foil. This is the only thing that I found to work. And then you're going to need paper and a well-loved mat. Now, because this is pressure foil, unlike the heat foil from the Foil Quill, highly recommend the well-loved mat because you're putting a lot of pressure on this. And if you have a sticky mat, all you are really going to do is adhere the paper onto the mat, and it will be impossible to get out. This is a very ridiculously well-loved mat that is pretty much not sticky at all anymore. It has been well-loved with all sorts of stuff, but really recommend a well-loved mat so that you can actually get your paper off of it. Also, I've had much better luck with white paper, getting it to show up and look okay, than the black paper. The black paper, just seems to be a little harder for me to get it to show up on. So I recommend white paper to start out on. So let's go set it up in the software. All right, before we set it up in the software, let's actually set up our mat. Because this is such a well-loved mat, literally my paper does not stick to it at all. So good old painter's tape. I just tape it down top and bottom. And then we're just going to use this 4 by 6 sheet. And so what I've been doing is attempting to kind of put it, so I don't put it at the top, I put it down 1 inch. So roughly level with the 1 inch mark down here, and roughly level with this 1 inch. So we know where to put it in the software. It doesn't foil over the tape. So that's what's wrong with that there. And then if you have anything on your mat, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little weird mark there because there's a dot stuck on my mat. Anything that's stuck to your mat, you're going to be able to see it in your foil because it's pressure sensitive. And then this is just washi tape. You do, because it's a pressure sensitive, you are going to want to make sure that your foil is taped down and taut, because if it's not, when the machine's pushing so hard, all that's going to happen is it's just going to pull up your foil. So I like to push and then pull taut. And then that way, you know that it's on there. All right, so there's our mat all ready to go. And then we're gonna make sure we put our design here. All right, so we are in Silhouette Studio. This is our standard mat. And then down here under media size, I clicked letter so that we have our standard sheet of paper. And if you do file and merge, you can bring in, this is a sketch file and SVG file. It's free on the webpage, so you have like a sketch file you can play with. Now this has been designed and drawn to be a single line file, meaning it's meant for a sketch file. A lot of times if you have just a standard font, you get the outline, and that's what a single line design does, is it prevents that outline. But you can't cut this and cut it out of HTV. It won't work. You'll just have a bunch of lines. Now, so remember I said under the one, it's 4 inches tall. So we need to put it here-ish. Okay, because remember it's 4 by 6. So we'll be here. Our 6 inches will be here, and then 4 inches tall. So we'll put it here-ish. Remember that you have a tape outline, and it will not foil over the tape. So we'll put our heart roughly here and hope that it is in the right spot. Now I've been using just cardstock plain. Then under action, I've chosen sketch and then sketch pen. I don't really know if it matters, but we are technically sketching. And so sketch, and then it's a force of 30 and a speed of 3. And then we're doing 2 passes to make sure we get the best coverage. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to put the Chomas marker holder in here, and then we will foil. All right, so we are on the Cameo too, but the marker holder works the same way on any of the machines. You're going to put it in, and we're going to tighten it. You're going to take your popsicle stick and you're going to put it underneath your holder. And then, like I said before, I've had luck with the medium-sized tips. I haven't had luck with the really fat ones. And you're going to sit it on there, and it's going to rest on the popsicle stick we have under there. And you're going to tighten it down. And then we'll gracefully remove the popsicle stick. And then we'll load in our mat. And we'll press send. Alright, so that's what it looks like when it's all done, and you can see it's like stuck almost to the paper, and you can see where it's transferred. So one thing I wanted to show you, see, even on my mat, my very well loved mat, see how it's stuck? So that's why you really don't want to use a really sticky mat, because all it will do is just adhere itself to it. Because you're having to use such high pressure, that's the reason why. So that's when all you have to do is take off your tape. Alright, and that's what I got. And for whatever reason, it didn't transfer here. There wasn't enough pressure. Honestly, I don't know. But this is something that's going to be a problem with any pressure-sensitive foil, is for whatever reason, sometimes it's just not going to want to transfer. And you're not going to get clean lines because of it. So what I did is I ran it through again. And I used the next size smaller. So that's what we did originally for this. And then I ran it through on the next size smaller, and see, I got a much better product this time. So a bit of trial and error. And this is the first time I'd used the green, so I don't know if this is specific to the green. But you can see my dent again on my mat. Now I know people will probably want to know Foil Quill or Cricut Foil. Which one do you prefer? And honestly, they both don't do a bad job. So this was done with the Foil Quill. I do think the Foil Quill gives you much cleaner lines, and then this is the one done with the Cricut Foil. Cricut Foil is much easier to use though. You don't have to heat anything up, you don't have to wait for anything, you don't have to have a Foil Quill. And it would probably be much cheaper to buy these guys and the Chomas marker holder, then would be to buy the foil quill and all that stuff. So if you want to foil the world and are going to be foiling a lot, the foil quill is probably your better option. I think it gives you more consistent and clean lines. If you want to foil something on occasion, really not a bad option. And it just kind of depends on what you want to foil and what you want to foil with. Both of these, if you rub them, they'll come off eventually. I don't know about putting this on various things. I haven't had a chance to try any of that. But if you want to put some foil on some paper, it's totally an option. So anyway, I hope you liked our video. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them, and I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you for watching.